Imagine floating islands made entirely of plastic larger than some countries and growing every day. These garbage patches aren't just ugly, they're lifeless zones where marine life struggles to survive. In this video, we're exposing the shocking reality of these man-made dead zones. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more eye-opening content, and let's dive into the dark truth. 1. What are floating plastic islands? These islands form from massive amounts of plastic converging in the middle of oceanic gyres. They are not solid land masses, but thick patches of plastic, nets, bottles, and broken debris. One of the largest, the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, spans an area twice the size of Texas. Plastic floats here indefinitely, gathering from rivers, coastlines, and ocean shipping routes. Sun, waves, and saltwater break down plastics into smaller, more dangerous micro-sized pieces. These islands trap pollution at the surface, forming floating garbage ecosystems for decades. Winds and currents prevent them from dispersing. They swirl in place like toxic soup vortexes. 2. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Located between Hawaii and California, this patch contains an estimated 1.8 trillion plastic pieces. It is not a solid island, but a swirling soup of plastic fragments, bottles, and fishing gear. About 80% of its waste comes from land-based sources like rivers and coastal cities. The remaining 20% comes from fishing vessels, cargo ships, and offshore platforms. Fishing nets make up the largest mass, posing an extreme threat to marine life and ships alike. This plastic patch spans over 1.6 million square kilometers, larger than most countries. Winds and ocean currents continuously funnel debris into this North Pacific convergence zone. 3. Why they are called ocean dead zones. These plastic-filled zones are called dead zones, not because they lack oxygen, but life quality. While some marine creatures live there, most are harmed, not helped, by the plastic environment. Plastic clogs the water column, blocks light, and replaces natural shelter with synthetic waste. Fish and birds that rely on visibility for hunting struggle to survive in these cluttered waters. Animals accidentally ingest plastic or become entangled in it, often leading to painful deaths. These zones support little true biodiversity. They are dominated by lifeless, non-degradable debris. With little food, high plastic concentration, and extreme contamination, they function like deserts. 4. Plastic soup, not solid islands. Many imagine these patches as walkable islands, but they are actually dense plastic soups. You cannot stand on them, but you can see entire fishing nets and crates drifting together. The density of plastic makes the water look thick, shimmering with every type of trash imaginable. Instead of sand and rock, these floating zones contain wrappers, lighters, toothbrushes, and rope. The sea here is a swirling mix of plastic particles so small they resemble plankton to the eye. Fish, seabirds, and turtles mistake these tiny plastics for food, filling their stomachs with poison. Ships navigating through these zones report propeller damage from submerged plastic structures. 5. The rise of microplastics in the gyres. As plastic degrades in sunlight and saltwater, it breaks into tiny fragments called microplastics. These fragments are smaller than 5 millimeters and now dominate the world's gyre garbage patches. In some parts of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, microplastics outnumber plankton 6 to 1. These particles are ingested by filter feeders, fish larvae, and eventually climb the food chain. They absorb toxins like pesticides and heavy metals from the water, acting as chemical sponges. Once inside fish or birds, they release those toxins into organs, tissues, and reproductive systems. Microplastics move up the food chain, eventually ending up on human dinner plates unnoticed. 6. The danger to marine life. Floating plastic islands pose an extreme threat to marine life at every level of the food web. Sea turtles eat plastic bags, mistaking them for jellyfish, often dying from internal blockages. Seabirds feed plastic to their chicks, unaware it offers no nutrition and leads to starvation. Dolphins, seals, and whales get tangled in nets and lines, restricting movement and killing them. Fish ingest plastic beads thinking they are food, introducing toxins into their own flesh. Coral reefs near gyres can become choked with plastic film and lost fishing gear debris. Plastic alters behaviors, breeding patterns, and the neurological functions of many sea species. 7. Impossible to clean completely. Despite international efforts, cleaning up these garbage patches is a monumental challenge today. Their scale, dispersion, and movement make them resistant to even the most advanced tech. Boats and nets can collect large debris, but miss the vast majority of microplastic particles. Storms and currents constantly shift the plastic, making permanent cleanup nearly impossible. Some removal projects risk harming marine life by disrupting surface ecosystems during extraction. The cost of full cleanup runs into billions, with no guarantee of long-term effectiveness or stability. Most plastic breaks down faster than it can be retrieved, especially in tropical ocean gyres. 8, they're growing every year. With every passing year, plastic waste in ocean gyres continues to grow in mass and size. Millions of tons of plastic enter the ocean annually, and a large portion drifts into gyres. As global plastic production increases, these islands will expand unless urgent action is taken. Emerging economies lacking recycling systems contribute massive amounts through river runoff. Major rivers like the Yangtze, Ganges, and Nile funnel plastic waste straight to the oceans. Once in the ocean, wind and current deliver this waste directly into the gyres' swirling arms. No continent is exempt. North America, Europe, and Asia all send trash into these zones. 9. Global response and neglect. Despite their size and danger, plastic islands have not triggered coordinated global action yet. No single nation is legally responsible for cleaning these patches in international waters. Global treaties remain weak, fragmented, and slow to respond to the plastic crisis in oceans. Plastic pollution receives less funding and attention than oil spills or overfishing campaigns. Efforts to regulate plastic production often face resistance from powerful petrochemical lobbies. Developing nations carry the burden of waste without infrastructure to handle or recycle it. Multinational brands export plastic-heavy products without managing end-of-life waste. 10. What you can do now. Reduce single-use plastics, say no to straws, bags, cups, and overpackaged goods immediately. Choose reusable alternatives and support companies with sustainable packaging policies. Educate yourself and others about plastic's journey from land to sea. Awareness creates momentum. Push for legislation that bans or limits unnecessary plastics and improves waste management. Support ocean conservation groups and global cleanup organizations doing real frontline work. Avoid cosmetics and clothing made with microplastic fibers that shed into the water system. Recycle responsibly and advocate for better recycling programs in your local community. Vote for leaders who take environmental responsibility seriously in both speech and action. Plastic islands aren't science fiction, they're here, growing and choking our oceans. Life beneath these floating dumps is vanishing, and cleanup is more complex than you think. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more global truth-telling, and share this with someone who needs to see the real cost of plastic waste. It's time the world paid attention.